I can't find your ass. Okay. I'm like, damn,
What
I
you
can't see
mean?
the chat.
Oh yeah, because I hadn't started it. Yeah, I like to talk with people before I
But I already knew what was. I knew what was going on. You asked me about that shit yesterday. I already know, y'all. I told you, eyes wide open now, red face. I'm with
Right.
that. But yeah,
That's
I intend to just address the topic tonight.
okay. Okay, I appreciate that. I appreciate you coming on to discuss this topic. Um, you know, Sweet Jim is the one that brought it up the other night when we had that 6 hour stream,
Right.
and we told her we would talk about it at a later date. And you know, I'm ready right now, so let's get it popping.
Okay.
Just give me a chance to pull up the chat, let some people slide through. We're gonna talk about it because I'm really curious to how y'all feel about being protected,
And I mean,
mainly by
I'm curious as to what you mean when you say, "Are we being protected?" Like, I don't know what you mean by that. So that puzzled me a little bit. Like, nah, we protect ourselves, and that's why most of us are warriors. You understand?
exactly,
And
and it doesn't need to be like that's the issue. That's the
yeah,
problem. And the only reason why I'm talking about it is because Jim said that black women are the least protected. I've heard that a lot from many black women. Reason why we're talking about it. Damn, it's 4 a.m. Key. What's going on, Key Dead Man?
yeah, her birthday. Your 10 days over yet, Key? Or we still in your 10 days? I've been partying with you, baby. Are we being
10 days.
protected? Are you serious? No.
Oh, straight up,
I
right
mean,
off the
like,
rip. No,
I mean, like, in what way though?
I didn't hear you.
Hold
Hold on
on,
one
I'm
second.
sorry.
Sis.
Wait, I'm moving around. I'm moving around. So hold on one second. Let me get settled.
Screen up too, um, up as well, so everybody can.
She said it's over, maybe. I go the whole month of my birthday, Key. I don't blame you. I ain't mad at you.
Yeah, shit. I hate birthdays now at my age because it reminds me of how I'm getting old.
Huh? Grow old
Wait
gracefully,
for that shit.
babe. Shit, that's all you can do.
Yeah, don't think about it, huh?
That's it.
Getting old, growing old sucks though, Sin.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
be 100. You know what I'm saying?
But you're not old. We're not old. We're not 80.
No, we're not
We're not
old.
here, though.
Not at all. I agree.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We
yeah.
can see ourselves, approaching
Oh,
getting
yeah.
old. So that's what I'm talking about. Let me give you the link, G. Damn, see, I won't be flower up here. Okay.
Do what you want to do. It's your show.
No, we'll see it tonight. So we're just gonna keep it about the topic. Sweet Jane, she ain't answered the hangout. I think she might be asleep. And he said he pulling in right now. So I'm trying to wait for everybody to
And when I
join.
speak, I can only speak for myself, and and what life has, what life is showing me, and things I've gone through. When you say are black women being protected, I can't speak for anybody else. You understand? So
Right. So
you
let's
do
let's hear
need
from
you
it from
do
your
need
perspective.
different you do need different opinions.
Right. Oh shit.
Yeah, I'm here.
It's kind of sounded like you was far away for a second, but you good now though.
That might have
You
been
I'm
my
know.
getting this
bad.
little echo, but
That might have been my bad when I jumped in.
Okay. What up, G?
What up? What up? What up, Red? What's up, Senna?
what's up, G?
Yeah, you know it.
So your girl Trisha won't get on, huh?
Man,
Trisha,
we about to start this shit tonight, Red.
no, I'm
We about to start this shit.
get her perspective. Everybody think that I'm messy and shit, and that's not my intentions, y'all. Real talk. No discussion, because we always be having drama and bullshit over here. Trying to get as many black women as I can on the panel to talk about this. Because Sweet Jim said black women are the least protected. True, G? Hello? Yeah.
We can't see. We can't generalize that.
Okay.
We gonna have to bring that to a certain point. We can't just generalize and say black women are protected or not unprotected.
Right. The only reason why I'm doing this is for Sweet Jim, and she ain't even here right now because she's the one that wanted to do this hangout.
And what is your when you ask that question, like what do you mean as far as in like the least protected? Like I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like it's too vague.
It is vague.
Yeah,
Very vague.
that's what I was saying. We can't generalize the point because it's almost when you ask that question, it's almost situational.
What up, Red? You weren't on the hangout the other night, G, but you were, Sin. You said that you actually answered that question. You can pull it up if you want to.
I mean, and if you could just, give me a reminder because, remind me of what I said. What did I say?
You said no. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? You said black women, you feel like that black men don't have your back as a
Like I
whole.
say, for me.
And that you have to protect yourselves and that you're a warrior and all that old shit.
Yeah, exactly. I said, that's why it's just so like crazy that, yeah, and we have to be always prepared to take care of ourselves. We always like, at least for me, I always have this thing of, yeah, I got to raise my family. I'm doing this. I'm by myself. So, no, I'm not protected. Nobody's standing up for me, nobody. I stand for myself. And, my sons, I think I'm raising two
What up,
very,
Lay?
very well-adjusted black men, and I'm proud of that, So I know that
Don't
they'll
feel
stand
that
for their
black women.
family. They'll stand for their family. They'll protect
Right.
their family from the lessons that they learn from watching me and what I've gone through, and trying to just get them through life, yo.
All right,
So
let's do this then.
What we mean by what I mean by protected is men as men, we're supposed to be the leaders.
Okay.
We're supposed to be able, take care of our women financially, whatever harm may come about. And just all the way around. Are black men, are we failing y'all? Do you feel like we're failing y'all?
Okay, yeah. All right.
Not all black men. No.
Go ahead.
Some men are stand-up guys. Like I watched raise their kids solo. They had a suck-ass baby mama, and they took charge. I've seen that in life. Like I told you the situation. When I left my husband, when I moved out here, my baby hasn't seen her daddy in 13, 14 years. You understand what I'm saying? So
yeah.
When I watched Vic, and this is what, had me drawn to him, and, just the dynamics of his family, yo. So anyway,
yeah.
no, we're not being protected. Yeah, she got her grandfather, God's grace. You understand what I'm saying? God's grace, she got my dad to, be there for her.
Mm-hmm.
you know. And she's nothing like I was when I was her age, you know.
Oh, okay, okay. Senator, where you just went, that's not even the topic of the question.
Well, I'm sorry,
That's
but
saying, okay, no. Don't get offended.
okay,
Take it easy.
all right.
Overall, what you just said. Overall, what you just said is that we're not protecting the black family as a whole.
Man,
Right.
it's all discombobulated, but you know, who can define a family? You know what I'm saying? What you have in your life is your family, right? And so you just make the fucking best of it. But nah, as a whole, I don't feel like really too, at least let me say in this sector. Are you talking about in this sector? Are we being protected? Or are you talking about
Leave it
like
in
in
the set because
life?
we can't, like G said, we can't generalize anyway.
Right.
Yeah, we could
Just
generalize it all, but we definitely ain't talking about this fucking sector.
fuck out of hell. What do you mean? Nah, but
No, we are talking about this sector because I mean we got to talk about the people that we know in our circle, perspectives that we can get from right now. It's from the
right.
women that we know around here. You know what I'm saying? So
But you got Sweet. She married. You know what I'm saying? She's married.
she is
So
married.
she running a different kind of race than I am in life. She probably feels like, yo, you know, I got my husband. Her husband should be her protection.
Okay.
You know, um,
Black women in the sector. How many others are married besides Sweet?
um, on paper, but not in real life. You know, my husband won't sign off on shit I send him. So you know,
so
anyway,
so
that's different. You gotta. That's
you
a
s-
different topic. We won't even
Right.
get into that. But nah,
you separated
no.
but not married. That's all you got. Just leave it at
Yeah, I'm
that.
separated.
Yeah.
Shut up, G.
Hey, I'm just trying to help you out there.
Thank you.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm separated. So, nah, our
Okay.
situations are
Okay.
different, and that's why I wanted, you know, really hoping that somebody else hit the link so you can get different Black women's perspectives that are walking different walks in life. You know what I'm saying? How
Yeah, I
I
sent
live
a
is
link.
different from how anybody else is living right now. You
I
know.
sent the link to
Well,
Miss Nat. I
well,
sent
since
it to
when?
JB Back. There go Cocoa Butter, and Cocoa Butter is married. So this is kind of a this is a fucked up topic, to be honest with you.
No, it's not a fucked up topic.
Well, let me flip it on you
Yeah,
then, Red. Red, as a man, do you feel like black women need to be protected?
absolutely. You don't feel that
Good answer.
way?
I know I said good answer.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're supposed to protect our women as men. It's like most men, you know what I'm saying, they're not doing that. It's
When do
getting a
you
little bit
think a
better. It's
man
getting
becomes a man? When does a man, what makes a man? You know what I mean?
handling your responsibilities to a man, taking care of yours. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel.
Yeah.
A man's, and I'll say this: a man's two most inherent responsibilities is to provide and protect. Everything else you
I
grow
agree.
into. The first two things you try to do is provide and protect.
Yep. So I guess that's the question to the ladies. Are we providing and protecting as men overall? Do y'all feel that way? Already answered it. So I'm hoping to get, maybe some answers from the chat or maybe somebody else gonna hop on. I'll put the link in the fucking chat. I don't care.
You so funny.
The chat, real talk. But I'm pretty sure I know Cocoa Butter's answer because she is married. Well, what
So
about Trisha? You want to hop up
she
on
has
here
her
too?
provider
Right. She has her provider and her protector.
and her protector, and hopefully he's living up to his vows and things that he said he would, do for her, so
Mm-hmm.
I love black love. I love black love. You know, they say that like 47% of black women don't get married. You know, we just ain't want it, or no, we're not protected, and we're not like, you know, it's heavy.
Right.
Okay, well, let's flip that then.
Okay, right there.
When you
I mean,
said that, when you said that 47% of black women don't get married, why do you think that is? Is it because of the woman, the black woman, or the black man?
um, I'm not gonna say like okay, since
And this is not a yes or no question or anything. I just want your opinion.
no, that's deep too
So
though.
don't hold back. So don't hold
It's
back.
deep. You know, it's like for me, I feel like it has to be in the man. The man has to want to marry you. Like you can't ask a man to babe, we need to get married next year because we've been together so much time. You know, he has to want you to be his wife for a lifetime, right? Like all the humps and bumps in the road, you know. Our grandparents was married like 75 fucking years, yo. And I know granddad stepped outside of that marriage. You feel me? They would have arguments about, you know, the motherfucking Ironton used to go see and shit like that, you know. So if I don't know. I don't know.
So
For
so do
me,
you said with the grandparents they were married 75
yeah,
years. Do you still believe that that can still happen to this day?
on it. It's something you have to fight for, you know. I don't expect you to get cheated on every single fucking day and still try to stay with the man, but you know, it's just on how much you want it, you know. But this ain't the 50s no more, you know.
Right,
Right.
We live in
right,
a
right,
different world.
right. Good point.
We live in a different world, and things have changed.
A lot, a lot. So, what's up, JB? How you doing? I see you.
What's up? I'm just listening. I'm just trying to get my thoughts together. How's it
Right, right.
going?
Hi, JB.
Doing good.
Hey, what's up? How you doing tonight?
I'm good. I'm good.
Good. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, you sound clear. HD.
Okay.
HD.
All right.
Your perspective on the topic at hand. I know you are a married woman. You
Y-
do feel protected by your white husband.
I wish I had a white husband. No, but my husband, I'm just joking. My husband is black. My husband's African American. But yeah, I feel protected. I feel safe. But as a whole, I don't think that African American women feel protected or they feel safe. Um, and it's just the dynamics between the African American male and the African American female. They just
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't know if black men are being raised to protect black women or if they really know how to protect women or black women.
Okay.
So do I think they're being protected? A large percentage of them aren't, no.
From my perspective as a black man, I feel like the majority of black women are on this independent shit, and they don't even want to be protected. They we don't need a man for nothing. We could do it all by ourselves, shit. And you know what the fuck? It just timed out Redman. What the hell? That yeah. So I feel like the black women nowadays are caught in the matrix, and they on this independent single shit. Much higher than 47% of black women are single. I think you said right, G.
Yeah.
52% or
Actually,
high.
Center said that 47%.
I thought you said
It
that. My
may
bad.
be. It
Yeah,
may have. It might have risen. Yeah, indeed.
yeah. I think it's over 50% for sure.
Well, you have to
And
you
it's
have to
sad.
understand
And
why
it's
the black
sad.
women is have moved towards the whole independent idea. What took place in the past that have women raising their girls to be independent. maybe the way men have treated them in the past or the way men are currently treating them today. A lot of women feel as though they have to protect their family and they can't really.
Blocking everybody, man. What the fuck is going on?
Who is that?
Now see.
No, just programmed him just to put the link in the chat, but he blocking motherfuckers. I'm sorry, JB.
Go ahead, JB.
If you take it to the past, then you have to go back further.
Yeah.
Because it was intentionally designed for the black family to be broken. So if you take it to that past, then you have to go back further.
Yeah, but it's not just the black family. Whites have a high.
Am I clear?
What up, Chris?
Hey, what's up, man? I'm hearing this motherfucking bullshit, and so I gotta come kick down this sandcastle. Hey, look, this whole idea that black women ain't protected is bullshit. Black men have had to hear black women go on every talk show, everywhere they could, every fucking article, Jet, Ebony, wherever the fuck, how black men ain't shit, we ain't fathers, and all this other shit. And then black women are not the primary targets of racism. So protect you from what? When white people have put you on an elevated status over the black male. If nobody, there is no.
Wait, that's not true.
That's why
that is true. That is
true. Hey, Chris, that's what I was just getting to. I said, if you go talk about the past, you have to go all the way back.
Because the white man came.
They broke the black family, and they put you.
This ain't no bash black men session, Chris. Damn, babe.
No. But again, but if you're asking the question, if black women are protected, then you would be bashing the black male, because the thing is protected from what? No, I'm not saying you. Stop taking it so literal when I'm even personal, because I'm talking in the generalization of women, not just you particularly. But what I'm saying is, as far as a group of women, you guys have been placed to break up the home. You got to make it unnatural. You got to put it in reverse. We live in a matriarchal society as black people in America, and it should be no question or no guess on how things would look if women ran shit. Our society reflects that, and it's a wreck. So black women talking about, oh, these guys don't know how to protect women. You give birth to the men that you raised by yourself that don't know how to protect women. And then another thing, sacrificing your sons to be the leaders of the fucking community, because to be leaders of the black community is certain death. So are you getting with men to teach their sons to be these men you complain about, or the men that they're not? So black women talk this shit and they not putting they ain't got no stake in the game. It's just talk. Because black men are the primary targets of racism, not no black woman. Because you can leave a woman to lead the society, and it's clear that a woman can't lead shit, and she'll lead a society straight to the fucking sewer. So this black man ain't doing that shit. Man, get the fuck out of here. JB back.
Yeah, I'm gonna get on that key right now. That motherfucking robot done gone crazy. I'm gonna have to take his wrench.
That was, but everything he just said, that was intentionally done.
So you're saying it's not the black woman's
fault? Complaining.
The family was intentionally broken.
So I think we've identified the problem, but then so we're defeated. There's nothing we can do to solve it. I think, and what I've
that's a ridiculous conclusion. That's a ridiculous conclusion.
It is.
I think it can be solved if black women would be a little more submissive to the black man. It could easily be solved.
But how can we submissive to black men when black men aren't taking the leadership role? I mean, if you take the position and say that you're going to protect me and you're going to lead me, then black women won't have a problem submitting to men or black men.
Black women create their own headaches and then they complain about it. You decided that you didn't need fathers.
Did you just understand?
You decided that you didn't need to be wives, because if you put that standard as look, I'm only going to have children if I'm a wife. Black women, 7 out of 10 don't believe that. So you didn't want to be wives. You didn't want fathers in the home so you can get something for nothing. And then you come back after a fucking generation of this madness and then say black men ain't done shit. Get the fuck out of here.
I was actually trying to keep it calm to get to this point, but
really emotional.
Chris just came in shooting, so
maybe he's passionate.
Yeah, we were building up to that, Chris just went straight to it.
Wait a minute. You know,
I was actually trying to get calm to get to this point, but this is exactly where I was going.
Thank you, Cocoa Butter. That we have to allow black men to lead. That's what Cocoa Butter said.
And we don't have a problem with allowing black men to lead.
I know how to be a wife, yo. I know how to be subservient to my man without feeling like I'm dropping to my knees, you know what I'm saying, and bowing down to the nigga every time he walked through the door. I know how to be, I know the wife role, and I played it when I was married. As I'm single and dealing with bullshit, you get, you know what I'm saying, you get what you give.
Okay, now.
Yeah, I have to hold down my house.
Wait. Now let me give you this.
I didn't bring no stepdaddy in on my kids. I didn't look for nobody to play no father figure to my kids.
But hold on, son, and Black. Listen, as you're single and you're doing this, the only thing I'll try to tell you is that you have to find some male figure. As far as your sons go.
And they have their grandfather.
Okay, that's fine then. Then let that grandfather instill in them a man's role. Because what you're doing
at the convenience store to move into my house, women are so lonely and fucked off nowadays that they'll meet you and let you move in within a week, yo.
Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, you talking over me again. And a man like me don't appreciate that.
Well, you know.
Oh shit.
But what I'm saying is that when you're a woman,
you saying what? You raising your kids by yourself, right?
Yes, I am.
You a single dad, right?
Yes, ma'am.
You doing it by yourself, right? And you see how heavy that shit is, right?
Yes, but when it comes to my girls, I try to bring a female in, whether it be my mother, my sister, an auntie, cousin, or whatever, who I think is a responsible woman. I have to bring them in.
And let's not, and salute to G for being a single father, but truth be told, children are better off raised by single fathers anyway. There is no great statistic of children being shoveled into the fucking prison system because they daddies raised them alone. That's because women are not supposed to be leaders. So the fact that truth be told, a little girl only needs a woman to talk about maybe her fucking physical body, but as far as character and intellect and all that, just ain't necessary. Women really aren't necessary. So when we look at it as far as
we aren't necessary.
No, hell no, you're not necessary. We see what y'all do when y'all left to your own devices.
Oh, that's not true. That's some women. That's not majority of the women. And there is no statistics to show that men are better at raising children than women are. As a matter of fact,
the statistic that tells that is the prison statistic.
If we can flip that, we can flip that and say there's no
statistics have nothing to do with the female.
It
was designed by society.
We can flip that and say there's no statistic that says children are better off with women.
Sorry about that.
G, what are your kids? Are they in high school? They graduated?
I've had my kids since elementary school when me and my wife divorced. I've graduated one 16, one is 15, another is 12.
Yeah, Chris, I don't agree with
that. Where is he or she?
I have two boys and two girls.
Have any of them graduated, you said, and gone off to college?
I just said my oldest son, I graduated him, and he's went off to college. He's 21.
Okay, because there's plenty women, single women, that have raised young men and young women that have gone off to college.
It's not plenty.
Stop!
It's not plenty. The fact of the matter is,
and then hold on. Let me add this.
I don't get why do we always focus on the prison population and we don't focus on the attendant rate or how many African American boys actually attend college? Because if you look at the statistics, there's more African American children attending college than they are in prison.
Absolutely not. What the fuck are you talking about? And even even true. What has all those black people going to college done for the black community? So either there's a flaw in the system somewhere, because you got all these black brains that ain't doing shit. Something's going wrong. So that's why what you're saying is simply not true. What I'm saying is the prison population counts because that is a fucking graveyard. So it has to be paid attention to. It has to be stopped. And when you look at the statistics, most prisoners in American jails come from single mothers. And so that says to any thinking person that single mother-led households are toxic because they're mostly poor and poorly led. You don't find that with fathers. Even when they're poor, you don't find that true for fathers.
You don't find too many fathers that are single parents. So there's not enough data or information to say that fathers are just better at raising kids than
true. You just don't look it up. You just don't look it up. There are plenty of men out here that are single fathers, and I'm talking about black men. And the percentage is growing.
And there are plenty of women out here who are single mothers and that are doing a wonderful job of raising their kids. And it has nothing to do with them, whether it's a man or whether it's a woman. It's the stability and how you actually influence your child, because you have white people that are married. And
breaking up, JB.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Still addicted to heroin.
JB,
closer to the mic.
JB, I can't hear you.
JB, now you know your old ass is across the room. Bring your ass back to your computer.
Chris, shut the fuck up, you long neck motherfucker.
Say that again, JB, because we didn't hear that.
No, I just told him shut the hell. Always running his damn mouth like he know everything. He ain't even got his daughter. Long ass neck. Get on my damn nerves. I want to fart all up in his. Oh, he get on my nerves. But anyway, yeah, there's just not enough statistic. There's not enough data to say that fathers are better at raising kids than women are, and there's no data that supports women are better at raising kids than fathers are.
Listen,
there's other factors
there's like over 100
that play
people
into how well the kids raised.
There's 100 million people in this country. You're telling me that there's not enough statistical data on single fathers? That's ridiculous.
No, it's not.
That's ridiculous. But but here's the thing that is true. Single mother-led homes represent the prison population overwhelmingly. And especially for black.
Why do they represent the prison population overwhelmingly? Is because majority of African American households are led by single mothers. It has nothing to do with the fact that they're mothers. It's just that most of the households are led by mothers.
So you want to eliminate something that's a complete fact.
Wait. See, you can't say that because you just said there's no statistical evidence to say that. Now you just said that most single households are led by single black mothers.
I said there is no data, however you say it, to come to the conclusion that men are better at raising children than women are.
Then
he said there's more kids in prison coming from single parent household led by women, and that would make sense since that more women are the head of the household in the African American community.
Okay, so since we're stating that is a fact, between the possible for that terrible statistic of 7 out of 10 single mother led household, is that something that lies at the feet of the women or the men?
I didn't hear you.
Did I break up? Was that low? Nobody heard me at all?
I heard you.
7 out of 10. There's lies at the feet of women and the men.
Oh shit, my bad. Am I clear now?
Yeah.
Okay. What the fuck did I just say? Oh, okay. So we acknowledge that that the household 7 out of 10 is single mother led. Whose fault is that? Is it at the men or the women? This is for JB back exclusively. Also, I want to recant. I said women aren't necessary. I did that trolling. That was a troll comment. So
I knew it.
Yeah, you got to keep your donations coming in.
Yeah, we all.
Trust me. I wish.
I don't know who to blame. I don't think it's both of our fault, the men and the women.
Do you understand how? I know it's been a long time since you got laid, but you understand how sex works, right?
You're so funny, Chris.
So listen, sex works like this, because it's been a while. It's been about 10 years for you, old school. This is how sex works. A man convinces a woman to have sex with him. So the woman is the primary decision maker. Sex doesn't work without her consent. So outside of rape, children is on the decision of the mother, and the responsibility of the mother, because it's her body who is at risk. So again, who is at fault for this 7 out of 10 single mother household? Is it the men or the women? JB back since I
men and women.
Sex. Okay.
Men and women, because I mean, a clear-minded, conscious man would not lay down with the woman unprotected and know that there's a possibility that they can create a child. And a woman shouldn't do the same thing. So you can't put more blame on one person. It's both for their fault.
Well, listen, this is what I'm saying. This is more of a female, because women don't respect reality. Men don't think like that.
Yeah.
Men don't think like that. So there is no, oh, wait a minute, I'm not going to lay down with her. I have to protect my jib. No, men think about, oh, really? An easy way to some pussy? Well, I'll take 2. So this whole idea that, men are more responsible, or
I don't think that's men. I think that's a lot of black men, but I don't think that's the majority of men.
No, the other groups.
Wait! You just put that all on black men?
Well, you don't see this problem in other.
They can afford abortions. They can afford abortions. They can afford other contraceptives. So this isn't
you actually said it's not a black problem. You just focused on the black problem. It happens across the sport.
It does happen across the board, but I think he was talking specifically about African American men and women.
Right. So that's what I'm addressing. My thing is this: that only black men are irresponsible. No, the responsibility, if the punishment isn't equal, then the responsibility cannot be equal. Because bitch, all she can do to me is take me for child support. But my body isn't at risk. I won't die on the doctor's table during labor. I don't take those risks. I won't gain weight. My body won't be forever changed. So if the consequences aren't equal, the responsibility isn't equal. It's you, bitch. You are the ones who face all these consequences. And here's the other thing. Regardless if you take me to child support or not, you got to change diapers, bitch. You got to wake up in the middle of the night. A lot of consequences with childbirth. So it has to be on the woman to take the primary brunt, 98% of the responsibility.
That's a lot. That's a lot to put on a woman, considering that if the kids turn out to be shitty, it's a reflection of the man and the woman, not just the woman.
I mean, it's her decision. She had a baby.
No, that's not true. As a man, I guess I'm just used to dealing with
simps.
No, well, if that's what you call a man that protects himself and makes sure that he only lays up with women that he wants to marry and have kids with.
Men grow into
and
that.
I don't mind being with simps.
Right. You don't mind being with simps, of course, because your husband is fucking Cliff Huxtable. But
he is.
Right. Fuck your husband. but here,
did you say your husband clueless? With your sexy ass voice. What's up with you though?
No, but I mean that just doesn't make sense what Chris is saying, that the woman should just take sole responsibility. I mean, it leaves no responsibility to the man at all. Just makes the black man just give him more reasons just to be irresponsible. That's like in slave days.
I don't think that's what he's trying to say. He's trying to say if you be pussy, then why do you expect us to be responsible with our dick?
Well, see, here's the thing. That's just not how nature works, because we live in a system where the man is punished in this system. So we don't skate off. You put us on child support, we're doomed. So there is checks and balances, but there is no checks and balances for a woman. And that's why women are encouraged to be irresponsible, because there's nothing to punish them. But for a man, he's punished instantly. A black man gets away with nothing.
If there is, it seems as if they're encouraging women to be irresponsible, but at the same time trying to encourage men to be more responsible. So I don't understand why, if you know that having unprotected sex can lead to children, then why would you have unprotected sex with someone you don't want to marry or raise a family with? I mean, it just goes both ways. I don't see how you can just blame one person.
I just laid it all out, and you're just saying it goes both
no,
ways.
I understand most of the burden lies on the woman.
Okay, give me a
number.
When you say most, give me a number.
More than likely, the woman is going to be the one taking care of the child.
Give me a number. You said most. Give me a number. What's that number? Look, I'm saying 98 because it's your womb, your stomach, the whole body thing. What is the responsibility of the women, according to JB Back, the old sexless hag?
You're good at calling people names. This is just, it's kind of senseless talking to you because you make these little immature comments. I have time for it.
Give me a number, old school.
About 90%.
Oh, you're talking shit to me over 8%.
He dead, man. Hold on, y'all. He dead, man. What's your question?
Did you see her crucify me for 8%?
Oh, shit.
Well, I'm just saying, I think it's both the men and women's responsibility. I have children, so I would raise my sons to just make sure that they're not out there having unprotected sex with females that they don't want to raise kids with, because that's part of being a responsible man.
Hey, JB Back, you're a good sport. I appreciate your input on this. Hey, I'm gonna jump in the chat for a second, and if I hear something that pisses me off, I'll jump back on. But I appreciate the opportunity, Red. Thank you. JB Back, for real, you're a good sport. I trolled you hard, and you took it like a pro, so you got my respect. I'll see you later, girl.
See you later, Chris.
Appreciate it, bro. Oh, man.
I don't know. Back.
Yeah, I don't know how to even follow that up. You feel me? But Key Dead, man, whatever you wanted to ask, you said, how can you lay responsibility at a woman's feet yet expect men to lead? Well, I mean, the responsibility is on the woman because they have all the control of whether, you know what I'm saying, they're gonna want to get married and be a family. Because as for me, I wanted to stay together and be with, my ex-wife. To her friends and family about, take the nigga, get his money and get child support. And she was more like, just looking about the money and not thinking about, being a family and raising the kids the way it's supposed to be. I feel it's the responsibility lies on the woman more than the man. Control. We can get you pregnant and say we want to have a family, but you can say, nah, fuck that, change my mind, want to do it.
But you do have control. You have control. You have you can say, yeah, you have control of your reproductive, who you want to reproduce with. You have control over it.
Part of it, but women can flip the script on you all of a sudden. At 1 minute, but then once they get their hooks into you, it was really all about the money to begin with. Created in a child support and/or government benefits. They're looking at a paycheck or a meal ticket.
I don't think most women. I think most women would prefer to be with the man and raise their children with men. I don't think women would prefer to just have child support or government assistance, because raising, I wouldn't think that there's enough money through government assistance to raise kids. You're going to struggle. So most women don't want that lifestyle. I think most of them want to be married and have children with the same person.
You really believe that?
From what I see, yeah.
Okay. Man says men flip the script all the time. Okay. Well, that's not how I see it. I can only go off of what I've been through and what I've seen, like, my friends or family go through. I don't see it that way. Flip the script all the time. I've just seen my cousin get a divorce. He's a doctor. His wife left him for a nigga that ain't even working.
Yeah.
I'm watching these homes being broken up because women are being selfish and thinking about, he's a doctor, I can get this man, he's better looking, and just for stupid reasons, they're ruining families. The way y'all see it.
Well, something similar happened to my, not similar, something happened to my brother where he was married to this woman, and you know, he found out they had a child, supposedly had a child together, and he later found out it really wasn't his child. When the child turned like 8, I think she was like 18 or 21, when she really wanted to find out who her father was, and they found out it wasn't my brother. But when the little girl, when she was about 2 or 3, he and his wife divorced, and he wind up paying child support until the girl was about 18 years old, only to find out that that wasn't his child. But I mean, there were warning signs in the beginning with this lady, because she had already had 2 children from 2 different men, and people warned him not to marry her and get with her, but I guess she was so good in bed that he couldn't resist. So yeah, it's not perfect, but for the most part, women do want to procreate with men that they're going to marry. Not all women, but majority of women, I believe.
Well, I disagree, but you know, you're entitled to your opinion. Otherwise, you know, because I've been through it and I see it on a daily basis. Most women look at baby as a way to survive. They get pregnant, they know they're going to be taken care of. They don't have to worry about nothing. They're going to have health care at the very least. They're going to have benefits. They're not going to have to worry about anything. They got food benefits. So they know if they have a baby, that's their way to get by in life without having to do a damn thing.
And I agree with that. A lot of women use babies as a come up. You can sink your hooks in a man. But I want to point this out. I don't believe that black women are like, unlike any other American woman, like all little girls in America on earth want to get married and blah, 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 blah. But I think that black women have created such a toxic culture that marriage, for this generation especially, is something that you only see on TV, because in your real life you don't see it. And having children by any goddamn body is not frowned upon. You know, black women don't keep other black women in check. And I want to also point out to Key Deadman, she's been saying things in the chat that are just outright preposterous, because she's saying that we're laying the responsibility of having children with the bearer of children and then expect them to allow us to lead. It's not me putting making women responsible for having children. That's nature. If it comes out of your body, you're responsible for that whole process overwhelmingly. You know, so to think that, because women, black women especially, want to be able to play tough and then play coy at the same time. Either you're going to be submissive and allow things to happen, or you're going to be tough and not. I'd rather somebody say, a black woman tell me, hey, look, man, I'm not with none of that traditional shit, so I know that to buyer beware. But black women want to act like the victims.
But most black women nowadays are not with that traditional marriage shit, that family shit. They're not with that.
I agree. Unfortunately, that's the truth.
I think I see it differently. I see some black women aren't, some women aren't, period. And then I see quite a bit of black women that are. I have friends that have been married over 20 years. And I mean, a lot of them, I don't have too many friends that are just out there having babies out of wedlock.
But see, the conversation can't be personal. Like a lot of my homeboys that I know are married, but I know that they don't represent I was married, and I know that decision doesn't represent the most black people. So I can't point to my personal situation.
I think what you're talking about is the inner city, maybe areas where there's high poverty.
Inner cities where black people live. So I'm not splitting
inner city. Not all black people live in inner cities.
But this is what I'm saying. Who said all? But the overwhelming majority.
But you just said inner cities.
If 80% of black people live there, you can say black people live in inner cities. No,
answer.
Am I alone on this?
I'm trying to hear you. My AC came on, but I can barely hear. Let me turn it up.
You can't hear me?
But black women don't even like to have this conversation, because it's like, hey, we are saying, wagging our fingers at you, but they're like, they're beyond reproach. Like Key Deadman was,
breaking up, Chris. You're breaking up, homie. Yeah, but Big J says tax lien on single mothers is the answer. JB?
No, I don't.
You gotta listen.
Chris, you breaking up, homie, the whole time. So you're gonna have to start from the beginning so we can hear what you was trying to say. You still breaking up, man. You got a bad connection right now, homie. Appreciate everybody coming on and talking about this. I was kind of hoping to get some more women on the line. Active. We've talked about the issue. What is the solution? What can we do to get more Black families? Anyone that's on the panel? Drop completely.
I'm still here. What do you think, Redman? I got to get up at like 5 o'clock in the morning.
This not going to go on for too much longer, but I've told you my solution in the beginning. I said Black women as a whole need to be more submissive and let Black men, allow Black men to lead and get off this fucking independent kick. Government wants because it's more lucrative for them. You know what I'm saying? They don't want families. They make what, millions, billions of dollars off of child support. So they want us to stay single and have single families. The solution is obviously for y'all to be more single and allow us to lead, because there's a lot of good Black men out there that y'all will not allow to lead.
Yeah, but it's a lot of Black men and Black women out there who doesn't have the ability to lead. So why should I let someone? Why am I going to follow someone who don't know where they're going? I mean,
somebody. Why would you procreate with somebody that isn't a leader?
Exactly. So the problem isn't that women should allow men to lead. I don't understand that whole idea anyway. Why should a woman have to allow a man to lead? I'm used to a man just leading. I cannot stand a man to ask me where you want to go. You take me. I mean, you're here. You're the man. You tell me where we're gonna go. Don't ask me. But I just don't understand the whole idea why the Black man has to be allowed to lead. I don't see any other race of men saying, I want to lead, but my woman don't want me to lead or won't let me to lead. But I don't think the solution is allowing the Black man to lead. I think the solution is us being more responsible with who we procreate with.
Okay. I see you gonna stick to that bullshit. Stick to that bullshit. Okay.
Huh?
It is what it is. What it is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The chat room got anything else they want to ask? Let it be known. For one, I think Black women as a whole attitude needs to change.
Well,
Redman, I agree with that. And I definitely agree with that. But they caught in the matrix, so you can't tell them that. As you see, I tried to tell JB back, and she,
I don't understand why the Black man can't take the Black woman out of the equation and just lead. Why does it have to be, well, is this Black woman going to let me lead? Why not just get your butt up there and lead? I mean, why can't you build something and create something and take the Black woman out the equation and say that this is what Black men are going to do? Because you can't control women. You can't control Black women, white women, or any women. You can only control what you do. So why not focus on what the man can do to help build the community versus what the female can do?
Well, it's hard because we have a. Am I clear? Because am I still Roboto?
Yeah, you're good.
It's hard to say, hey, what the man can do when we have an uncooperative partner. We have.
I'm trying to get around to her. That's what I'm trying to tell her, Chris.
Come on, Big J. Tell me why I should shut up. Get on the panel.
And the other thing is that the Black man, everybody is his enemy because they can all use racism against him.
Here we go. In the 80s, it was drugs. They used drugs to put black men in prison.
Okay, hold on.
Nowadays, it's the women that are putting black men in prison because of child support. Again,
right. But this is what I'm saying.
The black man is simply
he has no allies.
We have a problem. That's a problem. We're not going to blame anyone for it, and we're going to try and do something about it.
Now they talk just don't blame nobody. Now that black men are thinking of getting a message out. Now it's don't blame. But for 20 fucking years, it was blame the black man. So now all of a sudden the blame game is played out. Now that motherfuckers are starting to do the math. The nerve. The fucking nerve.
Exactly.
I want to hear what Big J has to say. I want Big J to enter the hangout.
Yeah, Big J, click the link, man. I think his mic is fucked up though, JB. Because Big J ain't got no problem speaking his mind.
But I don't think just pointing fingers is going to solve anything. I just think that black women have a lot that they need to work on as far as getting our community back together. And I think black men do too. Why can't black men focus on making sure that they're raising black men, or they're encouraging or mentoring black men to build before they start procreating? To establish something before they start procreating.
Again, that's out of chronological order. You know, you want black men to take responsibilities or mentor, but then you say, what are you doing? You're willing to put your sons on the front line to be the men you're talking about. Black women give birth to these nightmares and then tell black men, hey, come fix this. You know, it's just a lot of fucking nerve. Black men have always worked. We've always done stuff, and we've always had to fight racism and you.
Y'all, we're fighting black women.
Yeah, I think that's just an excuse, though.
That's why we can't.
I still think black men.
And how many black girls are you mentoring? How many charm schools are you paying for black girls to go to? How many black women are you? Because see, this is what I'm saying. The whole thing is black men, what you ain't doing, but you guys are the most educated. The white man has put you ahead of us. What have you done with your power? Black men need to be mentored, but I'm not talking about you fool. I'm talking about so what have you done yourself? Because you say black men need to do this. Are you mentoring black girls? Because we are both sick people.
But that's not it. You say you want black men to lead, and so again, we're focusing on the black woman when we should be focusing on building strong black men.
But here's the thing. I'm talking about overwhelmingly. Are black women choosing black men that can lead households, that can teach things to their sons, or are they choosing the products of single mothers?
Products, in my opinion, of being single mothers, and they like to play that victim role too. Manipulated by a nigga that ain't shit and play victim and get sympathy.
No, that doesn't make. Well, that's not. Well, that may be true. But that may be true. It goes both ways because black men are impregnating women who have 2 and 3 children by 2 and 3 different men.
There's a whole market on fathers.
Let's go to this. That you said we should be focusing on raising strong black men. Can a woman raise a strong black man?
Good question.
It's possible. I wouldn't say can't. I'm pretty sure she can. No. I've seen it done before.
Okay, so no. You know, not overwhelmingly. You've seen that fail overwhelmingly. So you know a couple examples, and you want to make that the goddamn median, and that's not true. Here's the thing. The question is,
I see a lot of positive, strong black men out there that's been raised by single parents, single mothers.
No, you don't. And if they're positive, strong, it's
the most prominent. Some of the richest.
You talking about the goddamn athletes?
Some of the richest black men out there were raised by single black mothers.
It's despite the poverty their mothers put them in. They had to rise above their mothers. So
it has nothing to do with the mother. It's all on.
You talk about the fucking athletes and all of them.
Excuse me.
Say it again, G.
Are you talking about the athletes and all of that?
I'm not talking about athletes. There's you have men that are take Puff Daddy. He's not an athlete, but he's worth how much?
His father
About
died.
He's a fucking entertainer.
His father
He's a
died.
fucking entertainer.
Most
died.
black people are entertainers when they make most of their money.
Oh, okay, but his father died, so that doesn't work. We're talking about career single mother. I'm talking about overwhelmingly, because you're going to point out one.
His father died, so that doesn't count. But she was still raised by a single mother.
Single motherhood was forced upon his mother. Murder took his father. Single motherhood was forced on his mother. Murder took his father.
Nevertheless,
really
she was a single mother. She still was a single parent.
So you're going to tell me she's the same as Shanae, who was never engaged, never going to be a wife, because she was even married too. That's the same thing? Shanae and Miss Combs, same thing?
I have to let me see. I don't believe Jay-Z's mom was ever married.
No, she wasn't. So you got one. We got one.
No, you went to another entertainer.
But this is what I'm saying.
I can't keep doing this.
We got one. Marcy Projects houses thousands of black people, and you got one that made it. So the exception to the rule does not break the rule. But you can't tell black women this because they want to cherry pick the statistics when single motherhood is, and it's been proven in our community.
Yeah, you want to grab the outliers. We can't do that.
But you're saying it's designed that way by the government or by, I don't know who you considering, the white supremacists or whatever. You said it's designed that way to break up the black family. So then how is it the mother's fault? If the government is doing this, if it's a system that's doing this, then how can you blame the parent, the mother, and the father?
I'm not
because
really sure.
the black woman said okay. The white man said, "Hey, look, I can give you something for that." And she said, "Cool."
But what did the black man do?
What do you mean? What did the black man do? We're on a plantation. Let's use that as an example. So what can the black man do when he's in shackles? What can he do? The only place that he has any type of control is in his home. The white man came and said, "Hey, look." He didn't force this on black women. They accepted it.
The black man was beaten and broken in front of his woman.
The black woman was raped and beaten in front of her man.
No, now let me finish. He was beaten and broken in front of his woman. Now, when a woman, they put the woman in front for a reason. It's colonialism 101. Now, if you don't understand that, I suggest you go back and read about it. That's how you colonize things.
And another thing is, when the white man came and did that in the 50s and 60s, when he first dropped that welfare shit to the black community, this was during a time where black communities were intact. The black man was working. He was building Black Wall Streets. So this wasn't a feeble black man that she betrayed. This was a black man who was actually trying to survive under these harsh conditions that she stabbed in the back. So this isn't a black man. This isn't a black man that was smoking rocks and high on heroin. This was a black man who wore suits and shit and had fucking stores and was going to fight World War I and World War II, soldiers, all of that shit, that she said, yeah, fuck him, give it to me. So even the timing, it shows the sickness of the woman more so than the man, because what else can a black man do? He's over here fighting this dragon of white supremacy head on by himself, and then to come home and find out that his woman has kicked him out because the government said he can't live there.
And excuse me, M City or whatever, and Sophia, you're making my point. We never said that it's the black woman's fault. We said you were intentionally broken from us. So if you were intentionally broken from us, and then we stopped and said, okay, and you just went on about your way, we're not blaming anything on you. We were intentionally broken as a family unit.
That's right.
Ain't nobody blaming nothing on you.
Hey, I am. I'm blaming it. So come up here, whoever, because I can't see the chat. Come up here, talk that shit, because I'm not going to soft talk it. You know, yes, racism is the primary problem for black people, but
I'll soft talk.
let me send the link.
racism is number one, but when the white man offered black woman dominion over her man, she said yes. That's a fact. It's a fact.
Hey, G.
Yeah.
Why you asked me if I got flagged?
Oh no, because I had that was on my shit. That was on my end. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Because I ain't hear nothing, man. I got kicked off, flagged, all types of shit was going on. No, don't worry about it.
Check your hangout, Elm.
I was in internet purgatory.
I know she would click the link.
I know, yeah. She sleep. I'm pretty sure, but I was in internet purgatory, homie. That's why I'm like, what the fuck is going on? They flagged my nigga.
I don't know. I seen that old motherfucker had jumped on the hangout. I don't know who the fuck that was though. He's gone now. Solution to the issue, and we can't come to a solution because we always arguing as black men and women, and it's just like it's your fault. It's your fault, and we're not getting anywhere. We have a solution to the problem. We can't just keep blaming each other.
Yeah, I do have a solution. Black women need to understand the black man's role in the household.
See, that's exactly what I said, JB.
Hey, I got another solution. I think that because black men need to assess the situation and say, hey, black men need to assess the situation and look and say, all right, look, everybody, black men are the primary targets of racism. It's a brutal, oppressive system. We have no allies because our woman can go to the white man to punish us, and they have. What we have to do is plow past the black women who want to talk this shit, crying, thinking they want to be equal and they want all this other shit. Build, and women will naturally go to the roles as servants.
Exactly. So that's what I've been saying.
JB back, you ain't say it this good, girl. So here's the thing. Once you create, women will automatically become women because they have no choice. It's either come work in this building I erected or starve, bitch. So that's the option, and women will naturally go into the natural role. But the problem is we have black women that will sabotage, and they sabotage the situation by poorly choosing mates and further corrupting the community. So what we have to do as men is say,
black women see a successful black man as a come up, as a paycheck. They're not looking at it as that's a good black man that they want to have a family with. That's not how they're looking at it nowadays.
A woman should look at a man that's doing something as a come up because he is. That's how nature intended. He's the best provider. So you should do what you got to do to get up under that. And so I have no problem. What I'm saying is I have no problem saying, look, if a woman tells me, hey, look, I mean, I look good, I'm in shape, and I'm obedient. I'm with that. And she's saying, I need, let's swap me your resources, and I'll give you my body and my obedience. Fair trade as far as I'm fucking concerned. So if a black woman is saying, hey, oh, he's got a good job, let me go ahead and let me make sure my makeup right and make sure my boobs is popped up. Yeah, come on, because you got to compete, bitch. Because I know it's slim pickings. So yes, put on your highest pumps, your thinnest G-string, bitch. Compete. So I'm all for that. Because I'm gonna be if they call it a gold digger, I'm gonna be a pussy digger. I'm gonna test the milk before I buy the cow, bitch.
Right. Well, here, keep that, man, because it's JB by herself, and we just jumping her 3 against 1.
I have to get up at 5 in the morning, so I'm gonna just go ahead and get off. I had a long day. Thank you. I'll talk to you later.
See you later,
thanks,
JB.
All right, JB.
All right.
You can still get this dick.
But anyway. Damn, I mean, you don't even know what she look like. You talking that shit.
I don't give a fuck. I'm a dick
we ain't
killer,
got no
nigga.
fucking women on the panel. Yeah. It's conversation, y'all. I really appreciate y'all coming through, man. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna have this shit going on. G, I know your ass is probably about ready to fall asleep.
No.
Yeah, I'm getting close, man.
I'm eavesdropping.
JB back. She was letting her dog out of her cage or whatever.
She was leaving. Yeah, she did. Whatever. I don't know what the fuck is happening.
Well, Elm City, I'm surprised you ain't on this panel right now, girl. What's happening?
Yeah, let's get young Elm up here because she's a feisty little motherfucker. So I want to hear her talk her shit.
I don't think she's trying to get on here, man, but it's all good, though. It's all good.
Hey, what the fuck is Big J? Big J, you busy on the farm?
He said he wasn't at home.
I believe it.
So I know he would have jumped on.
Keith says you couldn't join.
Well, Nick, I'll put it in the chat. I sent it to you on Hangout. I sent it to your Hangout, but I'll put it in the chat. You linked up.
Also, as black people, we got to set up like a well, it's already punishment for men, but single mothers who make these decisions that are clearly fucking up the community, that tax lien is not a bad idea because there's a punishment for bad decisions. And bitch, I bet you won't have another one. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Give me what you said about the tax lien because I don't understand.
No, the tax. Well, Big J brought up that idea, and I'm saying that would be good. For every child that you have, there is a lien. You can't keep having children. You will go into debt. And so that punishes everybody because you can't have kids and then expect.
Hey, they do it. They do it in China.
Solved.
They do it in China. They say you have one more kid, motherfucker. We executing you. That's China. So,
hey, Big J Triple X for president, man. That was real talk, Big J. Man. Oh, he just clowning. He trolling. Okay. I think we're about done with this motherfucking conversation. Y'all, unless y'all got something else y'all want to chime in. We're going to wait for Elm City, though. And Sweet Jim going to be mad as hell when she wake up. Be mad as hell when she wake up because Sweet Gemini is the reason why I did this hangout.
Well, we sitting right now.
You know what kills me about this conversation? It'll be black women who are married, who have other people's last names, who take up mantle to fight for Shanae. I just don't get that
shit. What's happening, Elm?
Nothing, chilling.
Let's do this.
Well, how you feel about the?
What you say?
Elm City, did you hear me?
No. What did you say?
I said, let's do this.
Let's do what?
Because I
heard bits and pieces. I didn't hear everything. I heard bits and pieces. I didn't hear. I didn't hear what you had said. What's your name, sir? G. But I heard what Chris was saying, and I agree and disagree at the same time.
Okay, let's start with the disagreement.
Disagreement. What was the part when you were saying about what was that? The part that you blame black women. I forget all of what you said.
Okay, I blame black women for the current deterioration of the black community. Pick your spot, and you can find the black women's to blame for it. Black women are to blame for it. We go to prison, the bad education system, all of that. They've been put above us, and with their power, they have done nothing. But they want to cry about what we haven't done, and I think that is awful, disgusting.
Yeah, it's hypocritical, actually.
How exactly how do you think that black women have been placed above black men? I know in certain areas, like, okay, they say black women are the most educated and shit like that, and I don't necessarily agree with that. Not for where I grew up and what I've seen and shit like that. I've never really subscribed to certain shit, or I do understand that some businesses that do hire black men and women, black women do get paid more than black men or some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
I understand some of that. I don't necessarily disagree with. Some of that is, a bit truthful, But to blame all of it on black women, I disagree with that.
Well, listen, I do a hierarchy in my blame. My first blame is always, first and foremost, white people. So I start there. When
yeah, okay.
And then when we start to look at where does the misery fall next? Well, white people and their diabolical evil, they decided to break up our households because they did not want to compete with the black man. So how do you break up a household? You put it upside down. You make it unequal. You remove the man. You punish the man. You target the man and raise the woman above him. So in hiring practices and all these other things, black women are preferred because they don't compete because, they're not looking to compete because that's not what a woman does. But even with all this education and all this other stuff, black women have poorly used their power. And for 20 to 30 fucking years, they've been complaining about what black men don't do. And all I'm saying is, as a man, I'm not looking to, what's the word I'm looking for? As a man, I'm not looking to bicker and all these other things with a woman because that will get me nowhere. Our solution for black men is to build and they will come. Don't argue, because you already know what you're dealing with. A fucking maniac. Just keep building and shit will change. Because what's crazy, Elm City? I knew you was gonna come up here. I knew you were gonna come up here and be rational because despite the fact that you're this loony bin young lady, you're not completely without any type of reason. So I knew you weren't gonna come up here talking shit because you feel where I'm coming from.
Yeah, I get where you're coming from. Like again with this feminism shit, that I completely disagree with because I'm not against black men, and I don't think black women. Well, not that I know black women truly don't have any fucking allies other than black men in this shit. So for black women to team up with other races of women and all these other races, period, to go against black men, that's some bullshit, and I'm completely in opposition to that.
Shit. No, she actually hit another subject, and that's the feminist movement. She actually hit a whole nother subject that we can hit. She actually touched something that we can hit again.
Hey, find Elm City on Facebook. Elm City be dropping that heat. Like she ain't all Mario Brothers and crazy shit. Like Elm City, she's got a brain up there. Even though it's a woman's brain and it's smaller than a man's brain.
Yeah, she went fire right there.
Shut up, Chris. What the fuck ever?
No, I follow her. I know what you're talking about, Chris. Definitely.
But that's me. Like I'm not against black men. Yes, it's a whole lot of shit that I don't like that they do. I don't like how they are more effeminate than black women. I don't agree with and that's another thing a lot of single mothers do. Like I get it, right? The man is not in the household, but that is still, her to be bringing her sons up to be, bitch made, just this overwhelmingly mass of because there's no man in the home. I get it. I completely disagree with that. It's a lot of things black women do that I disagree with, but there's also many things that black men do that I disagree with. And I'm with Redface. I think it needs to be a solution.
Right. Well, again, see, the good thing about Elm City talking her shit is that she's young. You know what I'm saying? So there is a little bit of hope. So when I talk to her and I read her posts, I'd be like, okay, we ain't lost because we still have some sliver of black women that have sense. I get that black women are gonna be offended when we say, "Hey, you're the problem" and all that, but there are some black women that say, "Okay, yeah, shit has been fucked up. How do we do it?" And I'm saying, as a man, it's time for us to build and shut them the fuck up with hammers and T-squares.
I'm not gonna go against that.
All right, Chris.
Me as a black woman, I'm not gonna go against black men building and having our own shit because that's what we need. But then you have black women who definitely they don't see that shit. I don't know what it is. It could be, self-hatred and dealing with this white supremacy and all this shit. But I don't get how black women could go against that shit and then team up with other people to go against black men and shit building. That I don't agree with. But
brainwashed.
All right, Chris.
Telling you,
Chris. Now we've been railing all this time. So, and she specifically asked for a solution. So, do you have a solution?
already answered. He said building. We need to build as men. We need to lead.
But that's generalizing.
And they will.
No, wait. That's generalizing.
No. It's not in general. I'm saying that whatever the black community needs, black men need to build it. We don't need to pay attention to black women cackling and talking their dumb shit, because once we erect something, put something in place, they gotta shut the fuck up and come aboard.
Nah, there you go. Now stop right there, because I needed that for my next stream. There you go.
Okay, I see where you're going. I'm done.
There you go, brother. Thank you. I needed that.
You finna go live?
That
what you said?
No, I needed that for my next stream. Y'all better go do some research. Because when I get busy, it's gonna get busy.
I was gonna do a stream about the same topic or similar.
Oh yeah, when I get busy, it's gonna get crazy, cuz.
Link too, so I can chime in and give my 2 cents. Yes, don't be stingy, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Send me the link, bro.
Hey, Red.
You already.
This was a very productive. This was a dope idea. I think as black men, we were able to have this conversation. It was black women. I got to give a shout out to JB back. I don't know why the fuck Sin Center disappeared, but and also fucking Satan City. The fact that we can all come up here and bounce ideas off each other. This was very, and even in the chat, which the women, they were typing this stuff and they were absolutely wrong, but we were able to air our things out between one another. I didn't see one white person.
That's the way it's supposed to be.
Absolutely, Chris.
So shout out to Red.
That's the way it's supposed to be. Shout out to Red Face.
Yeah, because this was out of the blue.
Everybody.
Yeah, no problem, man. Anytime, man. Y'all be safe out there, black people.
All right, Chris.
Absolutely.
And y'all, thank you for everybody for coming out. And we'll holler at y'all on the next one.
I say, yo.
All right, peace.
Peace.